K-pop show DK News. My name is Danny Kim.
David Kim,
and we have lots and lots and lots of tea for you today.
And
starting off with
the Burning Sun update
as always.
for you. Yeah. And Seungri and the Burning Sun crew denying all allegations from public. And following that, FT Island Choi Jong-un is under fire for being caught drunk driving.
Also, 2 days, 1 night members are caught playing golf with some big bets. Now 2 days, 1 night is under hiatus. And last but not least, we have an oopsie of the week, not from YG, but JYP.
Oh no, after I made that video.
Yeah, I know, right after you make a video about why you should invest in JYP, we have an oopsie of the week.
Okay.
So a JYP employee made an Instagram post recently, a day ago.
Okay.
On that Instagram post, he openly dissed YG.
Oh no. Well, I understand the timing though.
I know. I mean, like
the whole nation is
just
criticizing YG right now.
It's a public enemy right now. It's been talked about all day since yesterday, and a lot of people are divided on whether this was a good idea to post an Instagram post like this, and whether this is like, I don't know about this.
Really? Is there even a dividing?
Yes.
Okay.
That's very divided. The title of the Instagram post is Big Bang will never become God.
Oh no, he's touching the beehive.
Yeah, going straight to the beehive.
Oh, we've been there.
So God, if you guys don't know, is like an OG first-gen K-pop group. They're a boy group, and they were produced by JYP, Park Jin-hyung. They debuted in 1999. So in this post, he says, first, House of Cards.
There is no better way to describe YG than this word.
Oh no.
The company's values, leaders' mindset, artists' attitudes, bluffing promotions. Nothing is done properly or with a stable foundation. Seungri's case is just the surface level phenomenon. The gorgeous castle on sand always looks unstable.
And second, though God and Big Bang both have a mega hit track named Lies,
Oh, okay, that's a
Big
pun.
Bang cannot be God and must not be God.
Wow, the wordplay here is amazing though.
Title National Boy Group is too precious to put on a team like Big Bang.
Oh.
And he doesn't stop here. It's not only Big Bang.
Okay.
Third, Blackpink.
No!
Blackpink becomes the first K-pop group to surpass 700 million views on YouTube. This was a headline on an article.
Why does this article today look so empty and hollow? When are they going to stop obsessing over the outer appearance of the castle? I felt so sorry that YG will collapse over a single storm, a single wave.
Oh my god, so he's predicting that YG is gonna collapse.
He's saying YG is on very unstable foundations and they're just about to fall over. And this is coming from a JYP employee. Here's a twist though. Here's a twist. Guess how much he's been working in JYP. So this dude, he appeared in this JYP recruitment audition program where they were recruiting employees for JYP on TV. And he was the finalist and the winner, and so he got.
It's called Super Intern.
Yeah, it's called Super Intern. He was picked as the winner, and he became an employee late January. So he's been an employee for less than 2 months.
I watched this program, and
Really?
I thought he was a really smart guy.
I am sure he is.
Yeah.
I mean, he beat a lot of people. 60, 100 to 1.
2-1.
I mean, I'm sure he's a very smart man, and I'm not degrading his personal intelligence. But I gotta say, this dude. He's just way too excited to be part of JYP right now, I would say. Reading from this post, he has just way too much pride.
It's called JYP Bong.
Yeah, we call it bong. He's like drugged up with
Yeah.
JYP.
He got the JYP meth, oh my god.
I know.
Okay.
He thinks he's JYP basically. YG, you can't do this. Like you're never gonna come to the level of JYP.
I respect his opinions and views and how smart he is after
Yeah.
seeing the whole program, but I
Yeah.
don't think this is a smart move right after he was on national TV. Like not national TV, it was cable TV.
It was
but
Mnet.
It had a lot of publicity. After all that spotlight, everyone knows he's the new employee in JYP. He just goes into JYP for like a past few weeks or something, and he decides to post something like this.
Shit on that entire company.
And to give you a little bit of like nuance on the expressions and the like the wording and the tone.
He's
of
on
the
a very
sentences.
high horse.
Yeah, he's been working in the industry for like 30 years or something. You can feel that, right?
Yeah, it's like
the
JYP
director.
wouldn't say this shit.
JYP wouldn't speak in this tone.
No one would say this shit. Like Pang PD wouldn't say this
I
shit.
mean, it's like reminds me of those like people who have such high dignity when you're in like study groups or something,
Oh,
and
yeah,
you're writing
yeah,
like
yeah.
critical reviews on
Yeah,
social
yeah,
and
yeah.
political issues, and they're like, I as a journalist student
yeah.
criticize
like
this.
they think they're journalists because they study journalism.
Like just to really look at the tone itself, like House of Cards, the expression itself in Korean is 사상누각. It means like a castle upon sand, and like these four-letter Chinese words are perceived as like smarty pant words, you know?
Very sophisticated if used in the right sense.
Yeah.
But usually if you use it in this kind of context, it's like, oh yeah, you're a smart ass.
Yeah, you're smart ass. The way he used that expression or idiom, you know, like as a starting like analyzation, he's like, oh, this is a fancy word. I'm gonna use this and use this whole analogy to connect to number 2. Like he says, castle
sand.
built on sand, and Big Bang is not the god, like the G-O-D. You get what the G-O-D is,
Yeah.
right? JYP's
Yeah.
G-O-D, Big Bang
Yeah.
G-O-D. They cannot be the G-O-D. And also, you know what we call the whole idol status on the top tier? We call them the god tier, right?
the
God tier. So he's like playing double punchlines and meanings and stuff like that. And it's I mean, like as an objective view, pretty good level of, puns and, criticism, but his status,
I know. Like
If he was
it
like
reminds me of freshman college students when they
Yeah,
first
yeah.
get into school and they're like so fucking proud that they got into this school. They're like, they go everywhere telling everybody, oh, I'm from this school. I'm from like, Yonsei University.
Why me?
you. The funny thing is, like you said in the video yesterday that you uploaded, JYP's number one focus is 인성, which is like personality, good characteristics,
Manners, etiquette, yeah.
He actually really emphasized being humble. Even when you're at the top,
Yes.
you should be humble. This guy just started.
It
He just-
directly
he just
contradicts
set-
that.
Set foot in the industry and he's not being humble. Even though YG is under a lot of trouble right now, you gotta respect that YG, he built an empire.
He's
This
one of the
empire
legends, yeah.
dictated what K-pop sounded like for the past decade or so. You cannot dismiss that just because he's under a lot of
Yes,
shit right
of
now.
course,
And
of
Big
course.
Bang, let's
They
admit,
paved the whole way.
they are the definitive group of the second generation of
Of
K-pop.
course. They're like in the legendary fall of fame. No,
They're-
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, they're
Fall of Fame.
Fall of Fame. Oh wow, they're
Hall
now
of Fame.
they're both in the Hall of Fame and the
Oh,
Fall
no,
of Fame.
I-
But you gotta admit, like Big Bang, they beat out every single JYP group in the second generation, and you're talking like you're bringing up God to go against Big Bang. I think Big Bang has way more influence than God. I'll just put it out there. And actually, I did something like this too
Oh,
when I
really?
was in the music
Oh,
company.
really? These are called Ibur kicks.
Yeah, these are called Ibur kicks because like Ibur means blanket,
Blanket.
and you kick the blanket.
Before you sleep, because you
just
remember
suddenly
this
remember this
stupid
moment.
memory like you did in the past that you cannot
Oh
erase.
fuck!
Why did I do
fucking
that?
hate myself. Yeah. Actually, when I was quitting my music company and going on a bike trip to America, I sent an email to the entire company. The entire company had like 250 people. I was like the lowest level of
okay.
worker, the staff there.
Being dramatic.
And I was like, okay, you guys keep working here. I'm gonna follow my dreams
Oh my
and live my life.
Oh my god! Oh shit! Oh my god!
Yeah, I know. It's like I want to kill myself.
I went in front of the whole school, and then I was like a super huge Big Bang fan then. I really like to sing their songs and stuff, and there was this like solo TOP song. It's
What is
really
it called?
cheesy.
What
like,
is it?
아무렇지 않은 척. Right after you break up from your girlfriend or something, you sing
shit.
this song. And I sang this in front of the whole school in a concert hall. My friends were like, "Oh damn, you're so good. You should do like these kind of gigs and these kind of stuff, like these stunts and stuff." And I got like, they persuaded me, and so I kneeled down on the stage, and I pretended to cry
What? In high school?
and
Oh my
imitated TOP's voice
Oh my
and
god!
sang that song. And the girls went crazy actually.
Oh,
The girls
really?
went crazy for like
Well,
10
I guess,
seconds
I guess that's high school.
because they were embarrassed.
Oh,
Like, they were
dude.
like, "Ah, what the fuck is that dude doing?" And then after that, like for
Oh
3
my
minutes or 4 minutes, the tension went from this to like this, and it
Oh,
just kept like
shit.
that. And I was like rapping all by myself by
shit.
4 minutes. And
Dude, that's like a trauma. But anyway, kid. Well, he's not a kid. He's our age, dude.
92 liner.
Dude, if I was JYP, I would have scolded the fuck out of him.
Right. I mean, JYP and YG are friends too.
Yeah.
YG helped him a lot.
Yeah,
in the past,
yeah.
Okay, next
Next
news.
news.
So FT Island Choi Jong-un under fire for drunk driving and connections, maybe possible connections with police officials. And during the investigations of Chung Jun-young's Kakao messages, the police found out messages related to drunk driving surrounding Choi Jong-un in March 2016. And the texts go like this. So Choi says, "Thankfully, due to XX Hyung, I could get out." And Kim says, "You had a good experience running away from the police or being handcuffed. It must have been thrilling." And Chung Jun-young says, "You could have been on the headlines." And Choi replies, "Why would I have articles on me? You know how quietly it was handled?" And Mr. Kim says, "Quietly? Do you know how much Mr. Yu went through to do this?" And Seungri says, "Don't think Yu Hyung will cover up your next drunk driving. You know he covered mouths with his own money." So Choi Jong-un later admitted that he did do drunk driving in Itaewon and got a $2,500 fine with 100 days license suspension and preceded all these measures. And his company stated that he was scared and thought since he wasn't that famous, he could get away quietly and made a mistake by his own judgment and is regretting right now. However, there was not a single bribe or request to the police according to himself. If this happens to be true, he will fully be responsible, and since he's feeling big responsibility and regretfulness and feeling sorry to FT Island members, he will stop all personal and FT Island activities until the investigation is over.
So he's still part of FT Island.
He is technically, but
he's not
he's just like
quitting.
resting.
But the Kakao chat room texts are legit.
Yes, they are legit. They do exist. Choi Jong-un actually admitted he did drunk driving, so it is a real fact that happened.
But those Kakao chat texts kind of allude to the fact that there was some kind of backdoor deal.
Yes, so this is the part that gets tricky. So Choi Jong-un himself and his company denied all allegations on connections with police bribery or any like power involved. But we can see
There's a lot of smoking guns.
yeah, there's a lot of things smoking in the chat. The important thing is on the record he did proceed with the fine and the suspension for his license, so he did carry out those measures. So like
That's a very weird situation.
right? Maybe they might be leading to saying they covered up for him not getting on the news. I think that might be the subject here because they talk about Chung Jun-young says you might have appeared on the news, and then next Mr. Kim says like you know how much Mr. Yu went through to keep this shit out, and Seungri said like Mr. Yu will not like cover your shit next time. So like maybe they're talking about him not going on the news. But anyways, drunk driving itself.
I mean, the thing that I don't understand about celebrities drunk driving, I mean, nobody should drunk drive. But like rich people drunk driving. We have these services called 대리운전. They're like designated drivers that are
Right.
paid. So they just come in and drive your car home for you.
It's like Uber. They're
It's
around.
like
they're
Uber,
around
but they're
the
only
corner.
drivers.
Yeah.
They're only drivers, and they come take your car and drive you home. These are not that expensive.
Maybe
They're-
$30.
Yeah, they're not,
$20.
maybe a little bit more expensive than a taxi, but not that expensive. Why are these celebrities putting their careers on the line because they want to save like $30? Like, why are they doing that? I don't understand.
Maybe they have some reasons. You know, some people have sketchy reasons.
Really?
Like they're with
A girl or something? Let's be honest. Paid designated driver is not gonna recognize FT Island Choi Jong-un. Let's be honest, right?
I
Right?
mean,
Let's be
this
honest
is pretty
here.
harsh.
Let's be
But
honest here.
actually, I didn't want to bring this up, but
What?
while I was compiling the comments, they were so sad
yeah.
that I couldn't include them. But just to give you one, like the most
Yeah.
represented one. Oh, he's getting the most publicity in his life. Must be happy.
I'm kind of agreeing. Not agreeing that he's happy, but he is getting the most
And
publicity
you know
in his life.
what's ironic?
Yeah.
Is there's a follow-up article right now today saying that Choi Jong-un is actually enjoying the situation, allegedly. He pressed a like on his picture
Oh, so that's a fact, yeah.
going to the police investigation for drunk driving from another person's Instagram account. So people found that out. Like, this guy is liking his own picture getting investigations on drunk driving. So like people are like, what is going on with his mind? I don't know what happened, but according to the text, them saying like being handcuffed and running away from the police. If that was true,
That is pretty extreme.
yeah, it does appear on the text, like even if it's joking around, like people are saying the morals of these people are crooked because they don't consider the police seriously, because the person is actually saying, oh, it must have been a good experience being handcuffed or trying to run away from the police. So you can see the morals of these people, right?
How is that a good experience?
I don't know. I
For drunk driving, like-
drunk driving cannot be
Yeah,
justified.
yeah. That's a piece of shit. Like you're putting others on the line.
Like, even if your
putting
baby's gonna be
others'
born, like you should.
lives on the line by drunk driving. And considering that how he got 100-day suspension plus $2,500 in fines, his alcohol levels were pretty high. I would
Yeah,
assume
it was pretty high.
that's a fucking shitty ass move. Even if like the police barber thing was a joke and it's not true.
There's nothing to
And
debate about.
There's
this.
nothing
like, no
to
drunk
debate
driving.
about. Don't drink and drive, guys. Next news: 2 days, 1 night. 1박 2일. That's a very popular TV show in Korea. Members of that TV show, Cha Taeyeon and Kim Jun-ho, have been caught bragging about winning their golf bets on Jung Jun-young's Kakao chat room.
Wow, everything coming from
From
Jung
Jung Jun-young's phone. You know
This
what?
is
We
like
call it a golden
box
phone.
of Pandora. You know? Wow.
I know. So while investigating Jung Jun-young's Kakao chat rooms, we found out that there was a chat room consisting of 2 days, 1 night members.
Yeah, Jung
People
Jun-young was a
appearing-
panel on that too.
Jung Jun-young was also a panel on that. And in there, Cha Taeyeon and Kim Jun-ho were bragging about winning a golf bet about $2,000 each. After this was revealed to the public, the 2 days, 1 night team, they put a halt onto the production of their show indefinitely. So they don't know whether they're gonna actually continue their show. And there's rumors that they might just terminate the show altogether.
I think there's a high possibility of that.
Yeah, because after Jung Jun-young, like Jung Jun-young was the catalyst,
Yeah.
but then now with that, this comes out.
You have to acknowledge the fact that 2 days, 1 night, 1박 2일 accepted Jung Jun-young after his previous scandal, right?
Yeah, which also involved a spy cam porn.
Yes.
So it's like
all alleged claims or accusations were cleared. He was like
let go by the police.
let go by the police. So like I guess the TV show just judged it would be okay for him to reappear on the show, and they just let it go, and they just continued making Jung Jun-young's appearance, and then
This happens.
Yeah.
Actually, the 2 members that were involved in the golf bet, they have came out with a statement saying the bet was just for fun, for just entertainment purposes only, and that the money was returned to its rightful owner after they ended the game, ended the round. I think a lot of people were confused after hearing this news, especially international viewers, because they're confused, like, it's just a bet, right?
Yeah.
It's just a bet. Why is it like considered a crime? It is a crime under the Korean law. Well, it's a little bit of in the gray area. So I brought the law book.
Oh, wow.
Criminal Act Article 246.
wow, you did your research.
About gambling.
Okay.
Number 1, it has to be based on chance. Winning has to be based on chance.
Okay.
And number 2, for it to be considered gambling, it has to be not for one-time entertainment purposes. So if it's
okay.
for a single-time entertainment purpose, it's not gambling. The deciding factor of whether or not something is for entertainment purposes is actually financial ability. So this is actually where it gets really tricky. I mean, $2,000, A class, B class celebrities, they probably don't consider that a big amount.
Like they're playing golf in the first place, right?
Yeah, they're rich.
The membership cost for a golf resort is like even expensive than that. So I can understand, and people are like, oh, these dudes, like $2,000 is just within their budget.
People actually in Korea are like, this isn't the issue here. Like, let's stop talking about this. And people are saying, don't even take them off the air.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
are said, don't get deluded. Stop focusing on this. Go into the burning sun.
Yeah, let's
Seungri
go back to
and
Burning Sun.
Jang Jae-yeon.
And Jung Jun-young.
Okay, so next news, we're finally on to the hot section again, which
Burning
means
Sun.
the Burning Sun crew has came back and they're fighting back and Seungri is rebutting all charges, all possible charges on his name. But before we go on, we need to look into the statements. A big turn in the investigation has been made. Recently, the court has dismissed the arrest warrant for Burning Sun co-representative Lee Moon-ho. His alleged charges were drug usage and circulation, but the court decided not to arrest him, judging by the evidence that is already there, gathered, and Mr. Lee's attitude in participating with the investigation.
He was a very good person.
Meanwhile, Mr. Lee had received a positive result in drugs. That is to take in note. Also, he stated about the group chat, saying that he wasn't even in the group chat where Seungri was in, and if a dialogue from 3 years ago can become a crime, then all Korean men are criminals.
Criminals!
So, and actual prostitution wasn't ever done. Is the criticism necessary for just joking around?
So it was all a joke. The
Yeah,
prostitution
the whole thing was a joke.
It was a joke, guys.
So shortly after this news, Seungri has finally broke his silence, stating that he is under false accusation. He came back in a long time, he was silent for a while.
Time.
And this is the whole interview translated. I'll read it for you guys.
So overseas gambling and sex bribery is all false. All of this started with the Kakao Talk messages, like we used the word head of police in the chat. All of these were bluffing and bragging between stupid people and friends, meeting them. And these things blew up and made the public opinion regarding police connections and blah, blah, blah. Even the investigation organizations right now think the text messages are legit and true evidence. I'm afraid that my actions will be judged just by the reason that I'm a famous celebrity. And honestly, I'm not in the position to rebut right now or appeal that I'm falsely accused because I'm sorry to the nation's people.
So, Seungri, he's a joker. He makes a lot of jokes.
Yeah, so basically we can sum this up as every Kakao Talk message that was found revolving Seungri.
And his claims.
Yeah,
and
about
charges.
like sex bribery, drugs, and everything.
Yeah, allegations.
Were all jokes. So Mr. Yu, who was also in the chat, stated that the messages were all jokes as well, such as, I'm sending in prostitutes, send them to the hotel. This statement.
Nice joke.
And about the expression 잘 주는 애들로, which everyone in Korea perceived as
Easy
like
to have sex.
easy woman, was actually in the nuance of 잘 놀아주는 애들로, which is like women who know how to play.
It was very different. I'm sorry.
And meanwhile, Seungri's request to delay military has been accepted. He's going to enlist in the military in 3 months after.
So initially he was supposed to go to the military by the end of this month.
Yes, but he's going after 3 months, after the whole investigations are happening. So I guess that's a good thing for both parties. So if there's no people coming out and actually saying, oh, I actually provided prostitution, if nobody comes out, nobody can prove it. And if Seungri says like it was just bragging, bluffing, and joking, then that's
very
just
hard to
it.
prove.
And we'll just take it as a joke.
Are you gonna take it as a joke?
I mean, he says it's a joke.
Do you joke about? These are very specific Kakao Talk chats.
I'm sure people joke about like prostitutes sending up to hotels, like bluff about that. And that's like, I'm a man.
We've been joking about sending prostitutes to. A real man jokes about prostitutes going to hotels.
And bluffs and brags about it. So yeah, that's the official statement. That's the official interview he did.
If all of your conversations are jokes and brags and all are lies, there's no substance to it, there's no truth, then like, are they even your real friends at that point?
No, it's just joking around with people. Like we joke
around?
about that too. Like yesterday we sent up prostitutes to a hotel, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm legally clean, so don't judge me, guys.
What are Korean people saying about it? They don't understand the joke. They don't get the joke.
Korean people are kind of dumb,
they don't have any sense of humor.
Well, I believe Seungri. I think it was bluffing and bragging. Things can happen like that in your life. We should leave him alone now and move on. Like he is clean. He has nothing legally on him, so he is clean. He should go back to Big Bang.
He retired though. Maybe that was a joke too.
What?
Him retiring.
No charges against him yet. I don't think there's gonna be any.
I mean, we have to wait until the investigations are over, but he is going to only get like maybe probation.
I don't even think he's gonna get anything.
I will predict he's gonna get probation. Maybe like 2 or 3 years probation.
Who knows? Like more evidence or testimony or a witness might come out. Nobody knows how this whole scenario will end.
The way things are unfolding right now, these are typical routes that lead to probation and eventual comeback of a celebrity. Maybe 3 or 4 years from now, they come on TV and then they have that emotional moment
shed tears
about like, oh shit, like, you know,
That
it
was
was
my
so
past.
hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't do it, but I'm still sorry for people who were hurt by those news, and now I'm back. I'm the happy person that you all loved.
And for the VIPs who got so mad for our past activities,
That was also a
that
joke.
was also a joke. Prank time.
Maybe this is a joke too. Maybe you supporting
A joke of a joke.
Yeah,
of
it's
a
like a
joke of
jokeception.
Oh.
So
Nothing is real.
yeah, nothing is real, guys. This world is a simulation. That is our conclusion to DK News this week.
And DK News is a joke, so don't take our channel so
Yeah,
seriously.
we're not a news.
We're not a news outlet.
We're not a news
We're
outlet.
irrelevant,
We
right?
are joking.
No.
No, this is real. Like the world is a simulation. Guys, thank you for watching DK News for this week. We will be back with more news and more jokes next week.
Look
And
at this. How can this not be?
yeah,
a joke?
this is a joke. And please subscribe to DKDKTV. If you want us to go more in depth, we have a podcast on our Patreon at patreon.com/DKDKTV where we talk about deeper shit that could be real but could also be jokes. And please follow us on Instagram, just David. And we will see you guys next time. Bye bye.